My mother was with my father probably till I was about 4 or 5. That's when they separated and he left. And so it was pretty much just her raising us. She did not give up on us. She didn't let us become another statistic.
I'm involved in singing and all the performing arts. Ever since I was really little, my mom has always saw something in me that no one else really saw. I always call my mom my #1 fan because she's always supported me.
My dad was in the service and we moved around quite a bit. I was always a new kid, so I tended to be shy, but she was the one that made me believe I could do almost anything.
One time I was up on stage singing and I completely bombed a note, and I was convinced that I was going to be done with singing forever and I was never going to step on a stage again. But my mom told me, not to give up and that I was meant to be doing this, and that totally turned me around and I'm still singing today.
I had failed a class, just messing around, should have never failed a course. She was working extra jobs just to keep us, in school. And I had to face her, and she, said, son, I saw your grades, but, I just want you to know you can overcome that. You're going to take this course again, you're going to do well, you're going to be who God really wants you to be.
In those tough teenage years, I took a lot of frustration out on my mom. And whenever I went to her and asked her to forgive me, she'd say, "Oh, I know you didn't mean it." And so I learned from her, to ask God for that love and to be willing to forgive.
When I was younger, I would snoop in my mom's room sometimes, and I would look at her Bible, and I would find a bunch of notes and key verses highlighted, and that's something that really inspired me.
I would find lists, prayer lists all over the house. And there would be times where even at night I see the light on and I just look at her room and I'm talking, it's 1 or 2 in the morning and she's praying. It just showed me the importance of prayer.
My mom grew up really poor. She learned to appreciate everything she had. She taught me to be so grateful. She had such wisdom all the time. She would say not to worry as much, to enjoy my children more.
She actually took in a family for like 3 weeks. And I was thinking in my mind, where are all these people gonna sleep? And I was actually kind of annoyed at like a 13-year-old, but she showed me ministry. She didn't just tell us about outreach, she showed us. That was a big thing for me. I think I do what I do today because she showed me how to do it.
If you went to visit her, even if my dad had just said something cutting or someone had hurt her, she would open that door and just shelve her pain, and she would make you feel like the only one in the world. And I want to be like that if I ever grow up.
My 3 best friends, we're always together, and they'll feel really comfortable around her and able to tell her everything, and she's kind of like their mentor.
She's still doing ministry now. She's still working with inner city youth. She's going as strong as I've ever seen her before. And it's great because my sons or her grandkids look at her and they kind of see that.
She's been with Jesus now for 34 years, and her legacy of love is still touching lives.
I know my mom is many miles away, but I would want her to know that I love her and I'm thinking about her, and just a big thank you for everything that she's done and everything that she is.
I definitely hope to be like my mom. I want to be exactly like my mom.